And what we're looking at here is what we call a linear equation. You start seeing these things like in middle school math, certainly like pre-algebra, definitely algebra 1. So you need to know how to solve linear equations absolutely across the board for all of you out there that are studying algebra. So if you think you can do this, go ahead and pause the video, maybe put your answer into the comment section. But I'm going to teach you exactly how to solve this. We're going to go through this nice and slow step by step. And here is a solution. Here's the problem. Here's a solution. We're going to walk through this one step at a time. Okay, so let's just keep our attention up here with the problem. And we have 7m plus 5 minus 2 times 8m minus 1 parentheses equals 12m plus 9. So what are we kind of looking to do here? Let me give myself a little space. The main idea is we need to take the necessary steps so we can get all the variable terms over here. And of course, that's all the things that involve m. So these things like this, all this stuff needs to scoot to the left-hand side of the equation. And then all of our numbers, okay, things like this 5 and this 9, all that stuff need to be on the right-hand side. So really that's what we're trying to do. We're going to be shuffling things around such that we get all our variable terms to the left-hand side and all our numbers to the right-hand side, and then it's very easy to solve the final equation once we do all that work. Now, when we have an equation like this, where there's parentheses, these things right here is what we need to do first. Okay, this is a situation where we need to apply the distributive property. Okay, and this is huge in algebra. The actual property looks like this: A times B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. Okay, but what does that mean? Well, let me just give you a real fast example. If I have 3 times x plus 2, what this means is I can distribute this 3 to that x. That would be 3x plus this 3 times that 2 right there, so that would be 6. Okay, so you should be familiar with the distributive properties. One of the most important properties in algebra, at least the one that we use a ton of or frequently when we're solving equations. You actually use other properties, but you got to know the distributive property. So when you're looking at a linear equation, the first thing you want to be doing is looking to see if there's any situations where you have to apply the distributive property. You'll know that if you see parentheses with a sum or difference. Anything like this, like 7x plus 2 or anything like that with a number outside of it, these are the things we have to do first. All right, so this is what we're going to focus in on as our first step. Now we've got to be very careful here when we do this work. Let me scoot up this problem right there. Okay, so here we go. So what we need to do is take this -2, and it's not just the 2, it's the -2. You can, if you're confused about that, you can think of this as plus -2, but this is a -2. We're going to multiply it by this 8m. So -2 times 8m, I'm going to use another color here, is -16m. And then -2 times a -1. Now, if you're confused that this is a -1, you'd think of this as plus -1. So that's negative, and this is a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, so -16m plus 2. So this is the result of using the distributive property right here, and that is our first move in terms of finding the solution to this equation. Okay, so if I was your teacher and this was your work, I'd be like, oh, they know how to do this distributive property. Very good, check. And even if you got your final answer wrong, I would give you credit because you're showing me that you understand components or parts of the solution here, the process to get the final answer. Okay, so now we're kind of scanning the equation, and I'm looking, do I have any more distributive property situations? No, I do not. So what do we have to do next? Well, what we have to do is combine like terms. So we're going to get all of our numbers and m's, and we're going to focus on this side of the equation, okay, independently from this side first. We're just going to clean up the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So when I look around, I'm like, oh, here's a 7m. Here's a -16m. These are like terms because the variables are exactly the same. And then I have two numbers I can combine. So let's go ahead and do that now. So 7m minus 16m, we simply just add the coefficients, which is 7 plus a -16. That gives me -9m. And then 5 and 2, of course, is 7. So we're just kind of playing cleanup right here. So this is the result of cleaning up the left-hand side. The right-hand side, we just have a variable term and a number. So this is where we're at so far. Okay, so what do we do now? Well, there's nothing more we can do in terms of combining like terms on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. So now we have to start moving things over both sides of the equation here, okay? Are you struggling in math because of confusing lessons? Maybe the teacher's not showing you all the steps you need, or things are happening too fast. Well, there is a better way. So come on over to my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. There you'll find clear step by step instruction by me that will definitely make a huge difference in your math success. So make sure to check out all my courses by following the links in the description. So what I'm going to decide to do is I'm going to get this variable term over on the left-hand side. Remember I told you that all the variables have to be on the left-hand side, then all the numbers have to be on the right-hand side. You could do the numbers first, the variables second. Doesn't make a difference. I'm going to get this 12m over to the other side of the equation. So how do I do that? Well, I can subtract a 12m from both sides of the equation. Remember in algebra, whatever you do to one side of the equation, i.e. here I have a 12m on the right-hand side. I want to get rid of that 12m on the right-hand side. So how can I get rid of it? Well, I'll just subtract a 12m away. So that's great. However, I can't just do that all by itself. I have to do things equally. Okay, that's the rule in algebra when you're solving equations. You can do whatever you want as long as you do it equally to both sides of the equation. So I'll subtract a 12m here and a 12m here, and then you're going to kind of add down in a column manner. So what you're going to have is negative 9m plus a negative 12m. That gives me a negative 21m. 7 plus nothing is 7. 12m minus 12m is 0, so that just goes away. I don't have to write a 0. Then 9 plus nothing is 9. Okay? All right, so we're getting very close to the answer here. But we can't do anything until we get this number moved over here with this 9. So let's go ahead and move this 7 to the right-hand side of the equation. Remember, we need to get all the variables to the left, which we do now have all the variable terms to the left. We have negative 21m, but we don't have all the numbers to the right yet. So let's move this 7 over to the right. So how can we do that? I have a positive 7, so if I subtract a 7, that 7 goes away, but I need to do it to both sides of the equation. So again, we're going to add down like so. So negative 21m plus nothing is negative 21m. Positive 7 minus 7 is 0. That goes away. 9 minus 7 is 2. And there we go. We have negative 21m is equal to 2. We are so close to the solution. So what do I need to do now to solve for my variable m? Well, it's very simple. All we need to do is divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient. In this case, it's negative 21. So negative 21 divided by negative 21 is what? Well, a negative divided by negative is a positive. This is a positive 1. And we're looking to solve for m, but really there is a 1 in front of that m. We don't write 1m. We just write m like that. But 1m, or let's say 1m is the same thing as m. So negative 21 divided by negative 21 is a 1m or m. Okay? And so, of course, we're going to divide both sides of the equation by negative 21. We get 2 divided by negative 21. We can't reduce, and we are good to go. There is our final answer. Okay? Now, if you were in my math class, and you made a little error here. Let's say you did 9 minus 7. Instead of putting 2, let's say you put 3 or whatever the case is, and then you gave me your final answer over here as, let's say, 3 over 21. I would probably give you 8 out of 10 points, okay, because you showed me so much good work. I'm like, okay, they just made a little mistake there. Okay, they lost track of the numbers. That's not the end of the world. Your math teacher isn't going to punish you too much for getting your wrong answer or getting the actual answer incorrect, okay? What they're going to be more interested in is, do you know the procedure? Are you working the problems? Do you understand the concepts? That's what's key in solving any math problem, especially equations. And if you're at this level of math in terms of, pre-algebra, algebra 1, you want to practice or improving the way you do math. Okay, you're creating habits. If you write sloppy and you do your homework sloppy, you're going to do your quizzes sloppy and your tests are sloppy, and then that's how you struggle in mathematics. So, when you want to improve in math, you're really looking at creating new habits. Okay, if you're sloppy, become neater. You don't have to be perfectly neat, just improve. If you take terrible notes, well, improve in your note taking. As you improve, everything else will start improving, and then you'll start building momentum, and you will eventually get to an excellent place in mathematics. Now, if you need more help solving equations, linear equations, you might want to check out my Pre-Algebra, Algebra 1 course. Also, I have a ton of videos on my YouTube channel that go over various equations. But anyways, yes, I would steer you towards any of those two courses. Of course, if you're at the Algebra 2 level and you're looking at this video, you're like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Well, this is kind of basic stuff, so you really need to improve quickly, because the type of equations you're doing in Algebra 2 or college algebra or pre-calculus are going to be much more advanced than this. Okay, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.